yards to be found as he stopped at the 18. Turn the corner on the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Off play action. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
The Land Sharks circling. Brown getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. This quarterback, part of their running game. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job on the defense, get him to the ground for no gain.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The offense stays on the field. Opening drive, still in their own territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his big tight end. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Rebels! They put the first points on the board. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And now the ball is knocked free. Scooped up by the kicking team.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast. Sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
Can't get him to the ground. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Bringing the heat. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
And it's 3rd and goal, and listen, you're throwing for it. I get it, but we got to understand the shortness of the field down here and what I can get off quickly. I can't take sacks. I want to give myself that opportunity on 4th down to have a really manageable situation if I want to go for it.
Never a doubt. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. He'll start this drive going to the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The run from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the 1st down. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn.
Breaks into the open on the left. How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch? Auburn lines up quickly.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Powers through the defender. Finally, a run out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 18.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Final play before the end of the quarter. with a direct snap. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So first down here as they go back to work. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Fires to the big fella. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to throw on first down. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Backed up now, here's second and long. They just keep firing. Unloads to the right. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Williams. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole.
Turning it on. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Auburn.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
He lobs one high down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Third down and long is the hardest down to execute in football, but this offense made it look easy. Nice job being aggressive, making the big play down the field, and now set up in a position where they can go get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Might be calling a hot route. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown! Oh, miss! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. On the run, it's Henderson. Gets some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The give to the back. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. To the air on 1st down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Henderson. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Snap it to the back. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Motion from the back. On the snap, it's Henderson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in a half. Oh, man, he almost picked that one off in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. What a disappointment. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from the game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a 1st down, and they've got to show this urgency.
And I think this offensive coordinator is going to be frustrated with his quarterback. You got the lead. You want to get more points. You want to be aggressive, but you cannot put the ball in harm's way near midfield. Now you've given the defense a chance to now go score points and maybe take the lead in this football game.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Not able to hook up there, incomplete. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Williams. Got room to work. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the wildcat there. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Pocket breaking down. And as he throws, he can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll run it from the gun. Picks up the first down, still moving. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Football, you hear the term quick but don't hurry, and you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick, and I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown Rebels. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly and closing up all the holes. Nowhere to run.
past the sticks, and he may get more. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. There he goes. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Looking to the big tight end. Got him, and nobody's close. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
I do not know what happened on that play, but they did forget to cover the big fella. So I might continue to find the big fella. He might have some kind of cloaking mechanism. I don't know what it is, but they didn't want to cover it.
He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Buys a little time. Creates a little room. Breaks into the open. It's a fumble. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
And you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
looking downfield at St. Clair. Finds his man. It's Green. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Here comes the heat. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's out of bounds at the 9-yard line. The pick, the return, and the offense will be threatening. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll send the back in motion. Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he tacks on the extra point. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They'll go to the ground. Got the 1st down and more.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
On the ground, it's Hill. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
To the air, it's Simmons. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed. That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
comes the Auburn offense. They march to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. Shakes off the defender.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback keeps it. Turning it on. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that, and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the quarterback.
Here on third down, because from here it would be a 61-yard attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, going to the air. Going to take a shot at this DB. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the fourth quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that fourth down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Defense doing their job getting that last stop, and now third in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Simmons. That's reeled in, it's hooked. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. Third and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
Wants to go up top on first down. Going for it all. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. They go to the wide receiver screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On third down, he drops the throw. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's fourth and long. Like, it's one thing if it's fourth and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Rebels! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet stick. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Ben. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.